Why doesn't Israel accept international law?
Who says they don't accept international law?
People outside would say that the fact that there are settlements, the fact that they are not going by the ICC rulings against Netanyahu.
That's right. When you blame Jews and just categorically dismiss an entire religious group, rather than calling out the material policies of settler colonialism, which is deeply embedded in the Western European tradition and the United States tradition, regardless of whether they were Christians or Jews, I think you provide cover for the Israeli state. You ignite and provide fuel for Zionist propaganda to further other them and create their identity as a victim, or entrench their identity as a victim.
Again, I would rephrase the question: are those laws specific to Israel? Or does everybody else abide?
Yes, you dumb. They are. Everybody else abides by them. Yes, it's called international law. He's like, wait, what? I'm in part of an international community? You mean I cannot just start a war with every country willy-nilly as I please? Are you saying that I am supposed to be held to the same rules and regulations that other countries are? Yes. Yes, you are, Shlomo. Now fix your comb over.
By these laws? Are they just picking on Israel? You see what's going on in the UN? It's a travesty. All they got to do is talk about Israel. As if there's no Somalia, there's no Iran.
Why don't you look over there? Yes, we are committing murder, but also, don't you know that happens all around the world? So why don't you focus on that? Look away. Stop noticing.
No, Syria, just Israel. So...
Yeah, it's just Israel. Yes, we are difficult. Everybody pick on Israel.
I take these things with a grain of salt, maybe a couple of pounds of salt.
You need to be...
למה ישראל לא מקבל חוק בינלאומי לפי דעתך?
למה ישראל מה?
לא מקבלת חוק בינלאומי.
What is this? International law? I'd never heard of this. What is this?
מה אתה מתכוון
I
בדיוק?
don't understand. Yes, what exactly? I need to do a double and a triple take.
אומרים שנגיד ההתנחלויות זה לא חוקי לפי חוק בינלאומי.
שאלה טובה.
That's a good question.
ישראל זה לא ישראל. אין היום מי שיקבל, מי שלא יקבל, הכל הפוך.
בפנים, בתוך ישראל.
Israel's always been Israel. Israel's always been doing Israeli. It's never changed.
Okay. Why doesn't Israel accept international law?
They do accept international law.
Nuh-uh, says little Shlomo.
Well, international law, the UN says there needs to be a solution to the Palestinians.
Oh, you want to bring up that? Yeah, no, we don't. You're right.
Yeah, fuck that.
Motherfucker just brought out the UN and cited the Geneva Conventions. How dare you?
That's it?
Yeah. She said, I don't want to do these bullshit questions.
Well, okay, explain why, then explain.
No. I will not explain why, because then I will be outed as an ignoramus.
I don't know enough.
In the video, I'm Israel Chai, אני כרגע במילואים.
He's just like, yes, that's all I got. I've got my little national slogan. Thank you very much. I'm going to the beach.
Yeah. Why doesn't Israel accept international law?
Why doesn't Israel accept... I don't know what you're talking about. So,
the fact that you live in the West Bank is against international law.
And I don't agree with you. So I think that...
I just don't agree. They don't have to. They can just do whatever they want. So it's like they're proving that time and time again. They can do whatever they want. It's like, well, I don't agree. I'm above law, is what they say.
If you look on it, everyone is looking good from position. So you have a position. So we're using some technical law issue to say, hey, you're not following the correct law. But if you look on the big picture, you see that that everyone is using a position to do what they want you to do, and we don't accept that. And because we believe that this is
what am I listening to? This drivel. What is this?
Our country. We are not. We joked before you start filming that why are you killing Arabs? We don't want to kill them. We just want to settle in our land. We don't care that they.
We just want to settle. Yes, we are settlers. We just want to settle. What does that mean? We want to steal people's lands, and we don't want them to fight back. And if they fight back, they are goyim. They deserve the worst.
We can stay. We can live with them, but using the technical law.
Yes, we can live with them so long as they remain on the other side of the apartheid wall in horrendous living conditions. As long as they're okay with a siege He's fine. We don't even notice him.
issue, I don't accept it. It's just a technical.
International law.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you live with them in equality.
Inequality. What do you mean? That
Yeah, what do you mean? You're asking an Israeli, what is about equality? He's like, wait, what? I don't understand. It's like asking a fish to climb a tree. What? Equality? What is this word? Israelis don't know that word.
Shaveh legamre. They are
but I
completely
have
equal.
only one thing that I want from them.
Okay.
That they would accept
Hamas, here we go. They don't want it. Imagine what it'd be like if we did do that. Then they would want to destroy us.
us to live as Jews in Israel. This is one thing that I want. And currently, because I watched many of your videos, it opened for me. It opened my mind to see it's amazing. They just don't accept us. They have a very they're all thinking the same, that Jews shouldn't be here, Palestine from the river to the sea. When I saw all your videos, I was shocked to see that.
I was shocked when they asked the slaves about the slave owners. They did not accept us. All we want to do is live off the land and live off the slaves.
To see that it just, this is what they think. They are, I don't know, they're you know, many mitachalim, many settlers things that they just want to work and have some
Even the language they use incriminates them.
money and the Arabs, but this is not true. They are very, I don't know, how to say, patriotic. They're patriots.
Patriots.
They're patriots, Palestinian patriots, and they don't will to give anything. So if you asking me if I'm willing to live with them
Methinks the Shlomo doth protest too much. We just ask you if you would like to live in equality.
equally, I will ask them first, are you willing to accept the Jews who live here?
Yes, ask them first. Will you accept us stealing all of your land and resources, basically turning your civilization into a concentration camp? If you don't accept these terms, then you must not like us. It must be because you hate Israel.
We live here because I know the answer is that they are not accepting us to live here as Jews. So the question is
If
not
they
relevant.
were, you would. You're saying you would accept them, live with them equal.
You can see the Arab Israelis who accept them and they're equal. Why aren't we accepting the Palestinians? Because we know that you want to kill us. It's very
That's why we do it now to them. We do everything to them right now that we claim they would do to us in an imaginary situation. It's like, again, we're talking about occupied people, occupied territories. These people, these settlers, as he's acknowledged himself to be a settler, have taken away their human rights, have denied them national and political rights, which is afforded to them under international law. So all bets are off. That's the principal contradiction here. As soon as they are given their human rights and live equal to other people, not this weird Jewish supremacist society that they must be subjugated to, then we can talk about, you know, peace for all or living together and you know, or then we can talk about, hey, they want to us all if that happened to be, but that's an imaginary made-up thing that you were just pearl clutching about that does not exist.
very clear. You can just see that in all the questions that you ask them. And unfortunately, this is why we cannot accept them.
Why doesn't Israel accept international law? חוק בינלאומי.
כן, כן.
She's like, no, I understand with the word, sir. I just don't know.
ואם את רוצה דוגמה, אני אתן לך דוגמה.
כן, אני אשמח.
אוקיי, הם אומרים, סליחה, בחו"ל אומרים
Outside of Israel.
שה...
Yeah, I know that, you know, you are inside of Israel and life is a certain way, but around the entire world, they see it much differently. What do you have to say for that? We do not recognize. We are Israeli.
הגדה המערבית ועזה, אסור לנו להיות שם. זה חוק בינלאומי, לפי מה שהם אומרים. אז למה ישראל לא מקבלת את זה?
למה זה חוק בינלאומי?
Can you repeat the question?
שישראל...
כי הרוב אום והרוב הארגונים והרוב המומחים בחוק בינלאומי אומרים, גדה
This guy is just appealing to authority. How dare you quote
ערבית זה
international
פלסטיני.
law.
אני לא מקבלת את זה שזה חוק בינלאומי.
אוקיי.
הנוכחות של
Okay, great. So you just don't accept international law. So you're a criminal. Okay, got it.
יהודה ושומרון. אני חושבת שהיא נוכחות בעייתית, אבל מבחינה ליגלית, אני סומכת על בתי המשפט.
Just the Israeli courts. We don't trust any other courts. So anything that we do to other countries, we just look at what Israel says about it. That's it.
שלנו. אני חושבת שיש לנו בג"ץ שאני חושבת שהוא
I think we
היסודות
have a Supreme Court that is the basis
של
of our
המשטר
democratic
הדמוקרטי
system.
שלנו. אני סומכת עליו.
And I trust it. Yes, you trust Israeli court, the Israeli high court. Okay, I cannot be happy. I can think that we need to leave it. I can hope that the Palestinian people will have a country, but I completely trust from a legal perspective our Supreme Court. It is only what we say. According to the IDF, we are doing fine. We are the most moral army. The court in Hague wouldn't allow us. And it is not allowing, yeah, it's true. The Supreme Court is considered trustworthy. They judge justly. That's right. Every Israeli abides by the just laws of Israel. Question of hope of the future, of how neighbors are able to live together. It's beyond law. I think those are the important and interesting questions. Right. Why doesn't Israel accept international law? Israel accepts international law. What law doesn't it accept? The principle of distinction, the principle of humanitarian laws, the laws of belligerent occupation. How much time you got? What about the occupied territories? What are you trying to say? Yes, we occupy land, but it's just a little bit. That is a mistake. We just think it's a mistake. There are very specific territories, Judea, Samaria apart, but not according to international law. I don't know those details, and in my opinion, you are wrong. And telling me like this on the street, I don't think you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, a guy on the street. I don't need to acknowledge you. Show me proof. Okay, you sure? Here's UN Resolution 242 for starters. From my knowledge inside of my head, I say it belonged to us. What rights? You say it with confidence, but that does not mean you are right. These guys, this is basically just one long video of Israeli DARVO. I am 90% sure that this is not true. I think the opposite. I'm happy you are saying this with confidence. Oh, he's so diplomatic about it all. You want to declare my facts, my friend, it's a fact. You tell me it's a fact, I can also say a fact. You say this is fact, I say this is lie. Let me tell you some soothing lies. I'm happy you are nodding. You want to say something, you want to declare something. You want to express a position, but come with proof. Don't come to me on the street and say someone in Ramallah doesn't have. Show me proof, okay? At this point, I would just be pulling up documents. Why? They all say the same thing. What do you mean?
נכון. אני חושב, ככה קיבלתי את השאלה, אני חושב שהם מתכוונים שלא יוצאים מהשטחים, כאילו לגרום שיהיה מדינה פלסטינית.
Yeah, ever since 1967.
אני נגד מדינה פלסטינית.
אז למה ישראל? למה את נגד חוק בינלאומי? חוק בינלאומי, לפי מה שהם אומרים, טוענת שחייב להיות מדינה פלסטינית, אי אפשר התנחלויות, אסור להיות במזרח ירושלים, בלה 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 בלה. נו, מה את אומרת?
אני חושבת שישראל צריכה לשמור על הריבונות של השטח.
למה?
למה? כי זאת המדינה הקטנה שלנו, 459 קילומטר, זה מה שיש לנו כאן. וזה המעט שיש לנו. לפלסטינאים יש הרבה ארצות מסביב, כמו סוריה, ירדן.
The Palestinians have many countries around us like Syria, Jordan, and Egypt. Guys, I know you like to live in the United States, but you've got plenty of other countries, okay? There's Mexico. There's Canada. There's Belgium. Actually, that's unironically true. But she said the Palestinians have other countries. No, that would be Syria for Syrians, Jordan for Jordanians, and Egypt for Egyptians. And coincidentally, a lot of these Palestinians have already been displaced to all these countries. They already live there. There's more Palestinians in the diaspora than in the occupied territories.
אבל הם לא הולכים לשום מקום, והעולם לא מסכימה עם זה.
תמיד הם רוצים את מה שהם לא יכולים לקבל, כמו הרבה
might makes right, baby.
דברים אחרים.
They always want their human rights that they just can't get. They're such whiny little b-words. The little that we were given. So you admit, this was not your land, you just recently got it.
את ישראל, אופר, ישראל כן, לא את השטחים. את יהודה ושומרון הם לא נתנו לנו. דווקא הם אומרים שזה אסור.
אפרופו, אם אנחנו הולכים בהיסטוריה, ומעט מאוד אני יודעת היסטוריה, לא הרבה, אני לא מתיימרת לדעת הרבה, אבל אני יודעת שגם חלק גדול מהערבים מכרו כן את השטחים ליהודים. כן?
Yeah, the land was sold by who? Who sold it? Oh yeah, that's right, the British Empire, the British government. What was the name of the entity, Shoshana, that bought this land? Oh, that's right, it was the Jewish Colonization Association. Operative word there being colonization?
עכשיו כאילו?
לא עכשיו, אנחנו מדברים על שנים...
48 כאילו?
כן, מכרו.
לא ערבים, אבל כן.
They sold their lands. No, they were denied their political and national rights by the British government.
סעודיה לא הסכימה.
Sell, yeah, fuzzy word that.
סעודיה לא הסכימה, זה משהו אחד, אבל אנשים פרטיים כן מכרו לאנשים פרטיים.
מכרו?
מכרו.
אוקיי.
Look, they sold it to us fair and square after we put a gun to their head.
לא, אף אחד לא בא ולקח להם את השטח. כן?
לפני 40.
Extreme denial, extreme.
בדיוק. זהו, אז אמרתי לך, זה המעט שאני יודעת, אני לא יכולה לומר יותר מזה.
בסדר. למה ישראל לא מקבלת חוק בינלאומי?
Dude, Amy Winehouse is alive. She just escaped to Israel.
חוק בינלאומי אומרת שנגיד אסור התנחלויות, שחייבים להקים
מותר הכל, זה
מדינה.
המדינה שלנו, מה זה אסור? מה אתה
We can
מדבר?
do anything.
מותר הכל. אתה יודע מתי אני אהיה מוכן לוותר? ואני ימני, אבל לוותר יותר ממך.
Well, if you're an Israeli, I assume that you're right wing. There's no such thing as a left wing Israeli.
אתה תהיה שמאלני ואני אוותר יותר ממך.
You're
אבל
leftist.
שלום, זהו.
No, we're just asking about international law. It has nothing to do with right or left. Just this was the laws established post World War II. Israel doesn't follow them. Nothing to do with right or left wing.
אמרנו מלחמות. הרי מה...
רגע, אם יש שלום... רגע.
אם תראה שלם טוב ועבודה וכסף ויעבירו להם, קנינו שקט בכסף. גם ביבי, כולם אשמים. כל מי שהיה כולם אשמים. אני לא יודע אם אשם זה המילה הנכונה, כולם אחראים. אשם זה גם לא מעניין אותי מי היה, אלא אם זה בוגד. בשביל לתלות אותו שכולם למען יראו ויראו. אבל אין אשם. זה לא יעזור לי גם מי אשם. עכשיו צריכים לפתור שזה לא יקרה יותר. זה הכי חשוב, לא. שלא יקרה יותר.
He wants to speak, but he's so proud. He's like, this is how it is. I'm, proud Israeli, but do not film me. I do not want to be on camera.
שזה לא יקרה יותר, צריך לעשות מה שביבי אומר.
אם 100% לא יקרה יותר, אתה מוכן ללכת לפי חוק בינלאומי לגמרי? זאת אומרת, שני מדינות לשני עמים, כל הדברים האלה.
לא היום לא, אחרי ה7 באוקטובר ודאי לא מדינה. אחרי 10 שנים, שאני אראה שמה שהספרים שהייתם ראו של השנאה יחליפו ומי שידבר
I've
נגד...
seen their textbooks. Oh my god, they will be replaced in someone
לא רק
else's
ישראל,
language.
רוצים להיות דמוקרטים, אתה יודע מה? אל תהיו דמוקרטים. אל תחנכו לשנאה, את הדור הבא, ואנחנו לא נגמור עם זה בחיים, לא נגיע לשלום. כי זה דורות של דורות.
לא, אני לא מאמין.
The proverbial pot calling the kettle black.
ואתה צריך כל הזמן...
לא מאמינה בהם. אני לא מאמינה.
אבל אתם
שיעברו את
מרוקאים,
10
נכון?
שנים,
You
שזה...
guys are Moroccan, right? These are Moroccans. They're not even Israel. I mean, nobody's an Israeli, but oh my God, they're dual citizens. Yeah, where are you guys actually from? Oh, it's Morocco.
אני מבטיח לך שתראו מדינה שאתם
אני מזהה
רוצים.
לפי ה...
How do you not see that you're, a complete hypocrite? You just acknowledged that you were Moroccan.
כמה זמנים. אבל במרוקו זה לא היה ככה, כאילו שאנשים חיו ביחד.
Yeah, Morocco, look, Muslims and Jews live together. Why can't that be like how Israel is?
ביחד, גם פה היה חיים ביחד. גם פה. כל החיים חיים ביחד.
They always live together in love, yeah.
ואז קרה 7 באוקטובר שם, הוא בא לשמאלני.
Oh, remember October 7th. Everything is justified by October 7th. Nothing justifies October 7th, but everything is justified by October 7th. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe to the page to help it grow. And if you'd like to support my work, join my Patreon for exclusive content.